it's so neat because, I didn't grow up in Oregon. I grew up in Wisconsin and Minnesota. And my spiritual legacy is actually in the Midwest. That's where all the seeds of who I am were cultivated. And yet God sent Scott, my husband, and me to Oregon from the Midwest for specific purpose. We were not parents until we came to Oregon. And since we came to Oregon, we have parented 16 children out of foster care. The seed of that legacy is actually in my grandparents and my parents. I am adopted by my stepfather, who's just my daddy. And my father was also in foster care at one point and was adopted by his stepmother. And my grandparents took in teenagers and gave them a home, and they became members of their family. So the spiritual legacy that I'm standing in right now, in this moment, I'm standing in legacy. And I am extremely cognizant that I didn't get here on my own. I'm extremely cognizant that my grandfather, when I was 11 years old, put a concordance in my hands and taught me how to study the Hebrew and the Greek. I'm cognizant that my grandmother laid on her face for hours and prayed in the Spirit over her children and her grandchildren. I'm cognizant that who I am is a product of their faithful stewardship of legacy. And I honor that. And I honor Pastor William, and I honor Pastor Lisa, and I honor Pastor Craig in Roseburg, whose legacy I also stand in when I stand at this pulpit. And I don't just stand in my own legacy. I don't just stand in the legacy of my parents who love the Lord and intercede for me on a daily basis. I stand in the legacy of this pulpit. And I stand in Pastor Craig's legacy, who is my spiritual father. I am not alone. And you are not alone.